I've discovered I definitely need a shorter pinch for taller pieces like this. Alright, I'll take you back over there and we'll look at the flute. Alright, there's our flute. Fluted all the way off the end. I ground this. I'm just trying to get a feeling for how it feels, getting the right pressure on it and getting the nipple set up. And I think that nipple is going to change with every well, it just depends on the material, I think. But anyways, it's a ground preform. It's not something that I percussion napped, which is my goal. It did do a little bit of a dip right there. Hopefully it won't break it on this side. But I'm gonna get my platform built back on this side, then flute the other side. Okay, we're gonna set this other side up. And I'm not giving up on percussion. I just I don't want to spend all that time percussion napping a preform and then just break it. I can make them a lot faster grinding them and then get to learning that jig and go from there. It's not so much the jig, it's the set up part is the whole thing. And I made this the platform a little bit stronger on this one because it's Obsidian. Alright, well, we're going to take it over there and try it and see what happens. Hopefully it don't break in half where that little dip is right there. We'll just have to see, I guess. I got my nipple much further out towards the face. So we'll see. I'll set it up and I'll come right back. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, it fluted, but that wasn't what I had in mind. My platform wasn't strong enough. Take it back over there and show you. Okay, so there's our good flute, and there's our wimpy flute. It fluted, just not anything like what we wanted. So I'm not sure about the rules on refluting that. I don't see any reason why you can't, except for I don't have a ridge to follow. But I guess I'm going to set this back up and try it again. I think it's probably a fine line between too stiff and not stiff enough on the platform. And I believe that is going to change with whatever material you're using. I don't know if this is just going to make this thing run all kinds of goofy or not. There's only one way to learn though. Either have someone show you or just get with it, I guess. I got people trying to help me. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know. Let's set it up and try it and see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, be right back. Okay, here we go. Trying to run a second flute. Second flute. Not all the way off the end, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so there's our second flute. So it ran a long ways, but it didn't run all the way. Well, that's a big measure right here. This whole thing, well, it started out about 7. It's about 6 3/8 now at the longest, but that flute's over 4 inches. But I must have just had just not strong enough platform, or I don't know. I was doing a secondary flute, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll actually grab a hold of that and continue it a little bit further, maybe. Or maybe not. I thought I could, but maybe I can't. Okay. So my intentions are not to be grinding these. My intentions are to be able to do it all with percussion. Not that I'm opposed to grinding or any of that other stuff, but I just don't want to do it that way. Edge is a little thick right here. It ain't very deep either, the flute's not. Almost napped the whole flute away. That was a big long flute too. Ow! That Obsidian to get you. Yeah, that should be deeper than that. I got some Kia Cook I'm going to try it with also. I just had this Obsidian sitting over there. I was cutting some of it. I thought, well, I'll cut one a little thicker, and which probably could have been thinner also. So. space your flakes a little bit so that if one misses, you've got a chance to come back and get it like that right there. About 3/8 of an inch or so, something like that. Well, that was most certainly not a Cumberland. Ain't even a Clovis. We're just going to call it a fluted point. I'm wondering if I can't flute that again. Maybe. Flute it one more time on that side. Don't they say third time's a charm? Something like that. I think I am going to try and flute that again. Yeah, just super fat. Alright, so we do have a flute going down that side. I want a flute going down this side though. If at all possible. And it does have one, just ain't much of one. Going to be the fourth time fluting this one point. I need my other glasses. I can't see nothing. So I've missed 2 eyeglass appointments, or maybe 3, I'm not sure. Just flat out didn't show up, and I hate that. I'm usually never late for anything. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm there. It doesn't matter what it is. And I just got busy and forgot. I'll have my wife put a reminder in my phone. unless I can figure it out. Alright, so we want to flute this here. I don't know how some of y'all nap with no glasses on. Must just be my napping style, but I throw so much stuff back in my face. I'd be blind in no time. I'm unsure on how stiff to make this. I've done it twice now, and it's probably going to be a big wide one, although I'm going to try and direct do my best to direct it. I think what I read in Jake's message is this needed to be more square, not, this shouldn't have so much wedge to it, I guess. Seems to be a lot of nuances to this, otherwise or maybe I'm just making a bigger deal out of it than what it is, I don't know. So it's more square. I think we're going to go with that and see what happens. I think I'm going to file it with the diamond file this time though. Pretty stout, I would think. It's got a little bit more meat on this back side right here than it has on that side. It's not a lot, but I don't know if it's enough to messed it up or not. Well, now I probably took too much off. Yeah, I believe I took too much off. Sure did. All right. It might have actually been okay before, I don't know. It looks pretty stiff. Hopefully it's not too stiff. Alright, I'm going to set it up and we're going to try it. I'm not sure how well you can even see that or tell on the TV just how that is, but let's set it up and try it. Okay, fluting for the 4th time. Not like that, I'm not. That didn't do anything. Oh, thing. Alright. Alright. Let's go again. I know that I need a shorter bench by a lot. I'll have to get my leg up over this. Here we go. I'm already feeling something I don't like. Oh, it's not stout enough. Okay, I've got a really big nipple on there, good stiff platform, and it just keeps letting loose on me, so we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the flute we just ran. So we did finally get a flute after 35 tries. I just wasn't making the, I was afraid to make that too stiff, and it's got to be pretty stiff on Obsidian. So the tip is really fat. As I intended that to come off there. Now I'm wondering if I can flute it from the other end. Is that a possibility? Why wouldn't it be a possibility, would be my question. What the heck, let's try it. It's got a hinge right there, which is probably going to be a problem. Try and knock as much of that off as I can. Yeah, it's shortening it. I don't care. I'm just practicing fluting right now, so. Why can't you flute that from that end? It's hard to get a hold of that one. It's so fat. It's got that big flake in right there that ain't gonna do it any good at all. Go on, go on. Come on, he's got a big cut by his eye. He either ran into something or something ran into him, one or the other. That ain't gonna work. Keep blowing away parts that I don't want to blow away. Doggone it. Probably break it. But I'm just going to go with it this time. Okay, this one may break it, but this is like flute number, I don't even know what it is, 5? Oh, I think it did break in half. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's still over there. Okay, well, that's the flute it ran. Came off here, ran it deeper. Almost tried to dive right there. Almost. This was our better flute on this side. You can see how shallow it is now. Anyways, I'm not sure that we can make anything out of this or not. But see if we can make something pointy out of it. So I actually lost count how many flutes that was. I think it was like 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't know. A couple of them were completely failed. But we did keep it in one piece, so there's that. But doing this percussion and doing all this fluting practice, I mean, I would have just had to make a whole bunch of, well, maybe just one on this, I don't know. But anyways, I think I'm going to grind some like that and practice fluting them. But the goal here is to do it all percussion, all the way up to the fluting portion, and then do it in the jig. But I got at least an hour wrapped up in every one of them doing the percussion. It just takes me that long to make the preforms, and then they're not as perfect, but I'm alright with that, I guess. But they're not as perfect. So what are we gonna make this into? Something Clovis like, I guess. This is the arrow. This is the caveman book. These are available on the website. Let's see. Can we make it a Clovis or something Clovis like? But I don't know that there was any. I don't think there was any Clovises out in the far west, was there? I'm not sure about that. Or anything that was Clovis like. I guess there was Clovises out there, and they were on Obsidian. I'll be dang. I didn't know they had Clovises out west out there. I guess I should have known that, but that's what it is. Washington State, Oregon. Y'all don't listen to me. California, Nevada. I bet that was back when California was still great. There is little bitty pieces of it left that's still great. Anyways, yeah, okay, so I guess that's what we'll make. We'll just kind of concave the base just a little bit. That's what we'll do. I'm not sure the Clovises were fluted off the end like that, but this one is. Okay, I'm back. My phone died. I don't know if I lost any of it, but you guys may not want to watch any of this anyways. I'm not sure, but you guys probably don't want to watch me mess around, learn how to flute. Probably want me to learn how to flute and then come back and tell you what I learned. But I'm doing it, so I might as well film some of it. And this did not start out to be a Clovis, obviously. You just watched the video. I had intended on making a Cumberland flute, and that's obviously not a Cumberland flute. I mean, it's all the way off the end, but it's not. It's too wide. It's a big, wide Clovis flute. Seems to me, anyways. Anyways. I think in order for me to see this, I'm going to have to put my other glasses back on. I just went out while my phone was charging, got my lawnmower unstuck. We've had tons of rain this year, and I was trying to mow. Some of my grass is a foot tall, and got myself stuck. Turn it like this. Maybe I can see it better. I got some crushing down here. So my buddy across the road there had this little dog, and another neighbor, he was following him down the road. He was on his tractor, and the little dog was following down the road like he does, and he's going gathering hay, doing whatever, you know. And neighbor dog had this bulldog come out in the road and killed his little dog. He didn't even know what happened until he turned around and come back and seen that Yachty was out in the road there. Anyways, that dog's no longer around anymore, but he was pretty heartbroken because he loved that little dog, and he had lost his wife a couple years earlier, and that was his buddy. And anyways, he's been trying to find a dog that fit ever since, and I don't even know how many he's been through. He goes and gets it from the pound, and if it don't work out, he takes it back and gets another one. But anyways, he's got a little female cow dog right now, and I've always made it a habit of spaying and neutering all of my animals, not trying to add to the population. That's a big problem around here. Anyways, I picked up these puppies, the last puppies, and off the side of the road, and I just had, and they're both males, and I was just being lazy, and I hadn't got them into getting it fixed. Well, he brought that dog home. She's been here a little while, and now both those puppies have been locked up with her, so I told him if he would take her up to the vet to get her fixed, that I'd pay for half of it. I'd rather do that than have a bunch more puppies running around that don't have no home. There's 3 of them at the top of the road right now that are just homeless. I see them up there all the time. Someone dumped them up there, and they're just living up at the top of the road. I put out dog food once in a while, but I'm just not willing to bring them home because I've already got 8. I had 10. I want to retire and go on the road someday. Got right at 6 years left, and not that I want my dogs to die, but I kind of got it figured out where most of them should be gone by the time I'm retired. Oh, anyways, he was just going to take it back to the pound, and I told him, well, I'll pay for half of it. So, but even if mine weren't fixed, as soon as she came in heat, there would have been dogs from 5 miles away show up here. They can smell a dog in heat from a long ways off. Miles. Look at that, I broke that little ear off there. Doggone it. Well, I just cracked right on out of there. I'll be dang. We started out with a pretty big piece, which turned into this, but when you flute something 5-6 times, I guess that's going to happen. I think we're going to call it good. Little Obsidian Clovis. Never really checked it out to see if there was Clovises out west, but there was. And now there's an Obsidian Clovis in the east. Or the southeast, I guess. So I got some central. Oklahoma would be more central. South central, I guess. That's uneven. Look at that. Woo. I think somehow or another I've managed to turn this little exercise into an hour-long video that probably nobody will watch. Well, at least at the end of this one there was a point, I guess. Listen, I'll take a Clovis. I need to pull that over just a little bit. I know, just keep picking at it till there ain't nothing left of it. Alright, there we go. There's our Obsidian Clovis that did not start out to be a Clovis. But it's fluted. Both sides. That one's all the way to the tip. Well, they're both all the way to the tip because we fluted it from the tip. But it's kind of interesting anyways. When we fluted it from the bottom, we fluted it from the top. And still ended up with a point, didn't break it in half, so that's good. I think I got a little bit more feel. The instruction that Jake gave me was pretty good, considering putting it in text. And he's a good instructor, and he's got a few videos out there, Jake Webster, and they're really good. And I told him before that he should start making some more of them because he's a pretty good teacher. Straightforward, just there it is, and he knows his stuff. Anyways, he helped me out through text message on setting that jig up, and I do appreciate that a whole lot. So if you're watching, Jake, I appreciate you, buddy. I really do. All right, so there's our Clovis. We'll catch you on the next one. I'll piece these together, and we'll go from there. And yeah, all right, keep napping. Hit that like and subscribe button.